Hey, it's Mike with Become the Night, and welcome to this episode of Mike the Music Snob Top 10! So one thing that I got a lot of on my channel is cover songs. I absolutely love doing covers, but at the same time, I love listening to other people's interpretations of great songs. Paying tribute to a beautiful piece of art by recreating it in your own vision is something very special. So this is my top 10 cover songs. Keep in mind, this is my opinion. This is just what I think is amazing. This isn't necessarily an objective list, but it is the best list. I'd also like to note that I don't necessarily love listening to all of these covers. I love listening to most of them, but some of these are on here just because of how good they were and actually much better than the original. But most of them are on here because I love listening to them.
Number 10.
I Will Always Love You as performed by Whitney Houston. It's no secret that Whitney Houston was an amazing vocalist and absolutely took this song to new levels. This was a country song originally done by Dolly Parton, and it was very heartfelt and very pretty, but kind of low-key. With Whitney Houston's true virtuoso, it took things to brand new levels and gave this song the level of passion it was missing, at least in my humble opinion. But apparently a lot of other people thought so too, because most people I know don't even know this is a cover song. That's just how damn good it is. This song absolutely made the list not only because it's much more recognizable than the original, but on top of that, I am a huge karaoke fan, and any girl who wants to try and show people, hey, I got some pipes, they sing this song.
Number 9.
Smooth Criminal as performed by Alien Ant Farm. I was first exposed to this song when I was a wee lad, and I absolutely loved it. When I heard it, I just thought it was an awesome song. I had no idea this was originally by Michael Jackson. What's great about this cover is that they captured a very similar rhythm and a very similar affect that Michael Jackson had in the original song. But they fused it with a 90s grunge feeling, which helped to modernize it and made it more accessible to metalheads like me. This is one that I don't know for sure is more recognizable than the original, but I will say I like it a hell of a lot better than the original. No offense to MJ, he was amazing, but Alien Ant Farm did this one better in my opinion.
Number 8.
Imagine as performed by A Perfect Circle. John Lennon's Imagine is hailed as being one of the iconic songs for his time. Told a tale of people tearing down the walls and barriers from each other in an idealist society and coming together in peace and happiness. Is it realistic? Nah, but it's a beautiful song. A Perfect Circle takes the exact same lyrics, almost the exact same melody line, and changes the mode of the song to make it sound extremely eerie and foreboding. Like, imagine how great things are, but in reality, everything sucks. If you have not listened to it, please go and listen to it. It is absolutely stunning.
Number 7.
Hurt as performed by Johnny Cash. As far as I know, the song by Nine Inch Nails really had next to no acclaim or visibility. It was a nice song, but it didn't really impact me, and I don't think it impacted most listeners. When Johnny Cash did his cover of it, this was another one where I thought, this is an original of his in his old age, and he's just letting it all out before he leaves the world. The emotion you get from him just playing an acoustic guitar and singing it, like, especially as an old man who's lived a life real full and has made several mistakes, you can hear the regret in his voice. But then there's just like a tinge of hope. So simple, yet so complex at the same time. Again, not one that I would seek out for myself on a regular basis, but because it was Johnny Cash who did it at the time that he did it, right before his passing, and because of the life that he lived, it just has to go on this list. It is iconic in rock history.
Number 6.
Here is one that I'm sure most of you have never heard before. I don't know these guys' names. All I know is they're buskers in the New York City subway. If I ever visit New York, I need to find these guys, grab myself a brown paper bag with some Jim Beam in it, spot 'em a 20, and just chill for the afternoon. This is their cover of Slow Boat to China, and oh my goodness, it's gorgeous. The simplicity of these acoustic instruments just out in the regular day-to-day world instead of on a stage, echoing in the subway, and these two guys just hanging out playing songs. It's just beautiful. But then you listen to them whistle, and their whistling is so on point. Not to mention, the guy playing the guitar sounds a hell of a lot like Frank Sinatra, and I gotta give that guy props. I wanna give him a hug. Hey guys, quick update on that. I just found out who that guitar player was, the guy that sings like Frank Sinatra. His name, at least online, is Vilray. And I visited his channel, and he has less subscribers on YouTube than I do. Now, if I've ever heard of an injustice, it's a guy who complains and bitches and moans on YouTube, has 3,000 subscribers, and a guy who bleeds his heart out on YouTube playing beautiful music only has 2,400. If you guys could do me a favor and go visit his channel, and if you do like it, subscribe, show him some love, tell him I sent you, and freaking, like, seriously, we gotta help this guy out. If you haven't listened to this yet, please go listen to it. It's beautiful.
Number 5.
TakeFive, as performed by John Ferreira? This guy with the saxophone. TakeFive has always been a favorite of mine since I was very young. But as I had no actual recordings of it and I only heard it in restaurants or on the radio, when YouTube finally came around, I was like, crap, I haven't heard this song in forever. I need to go check out and see if there's a copy. Most of the versions I was finding had lyrics over top of it, and I was like, no. This is instrumental. So the first thing that popped up when I typed in TakeFive saxophone, John, that guy. The reason why I put his cover on this list is mostly because of his phrasing. The original TakeFive was very smooth on the saxophone and kind of danced around gently on the notes. You could have gotten a similar tonal quality out of a clarinet. Johnny Sax here has no fear whatsoever and just wails it. His tone on that saxophone is gorgeous. If you haven't listened to it, go check it out, and actually go check out Johnny's channel because he has lots of cool stuff on there.
Number 4.
Enter Sandman smooth jazz version by Andy Rayfeld. Andy has a YouTube channel where he takes popular songs and completely flips the genres on their head, but still usually uses the original vocal track. It's awesome for a music theory geek like me because he takes the exact same line that was meant for a certain key and flips it on his head to be used in a different key. It's awesome. This Metallica smooth jazz one is a favorite of mine that he's done. First of all, because it's a hilarious concept, taking Metallica and making it smooth jazz. But secondly, because it's super pleasant to listen to. Like, if I'm able to convince my band members to do this, we're gonna cover this song. As with the rest of them, if you have not checked it out, please go check it out and check out Andy's channel. He has a lot of awesome covers on there. If you want a really great laugh, do Angel of Death, Disney radio version. Dude, just shit your pants.
Number 3.
We Rock, as done by Metal Allegiance. If you aren't aware, this song was originally by Dio, and this is their tribute to Dio. Obviously, Dio was a huge influence on metal, and seeing a supergroup of some of the greatest metal musicians around today getting together and paying tribute to the Prince of Darkness himself is pretty awesome. Metal Allegiance actually is a metal supergroup, but what's awesome about this particular track is this has guest singers of like 6 different people who are all superstars in their own right. And also has guest guitar players shredding it up ridiculously awesome. I mean, like, wow. You'll need plastic surgery after listening to this song because your face will be so f***ing melted.
Number 2.
Chopin's Etude 10, number 6. If you're wondering why I picked this, well, like I said, it's my damn list. While I don't know if you can technically consider it a cover, I really don't care, because obviously this guy didn't write it and didn't play it upon its quote-unquote original release. 8-10 number 6 might be, in my opinion, the most beautiful song. Words I would use to describe it: dark, haunting, final, loss, regret, beauty, longing. For those of you who don't know if you have hearts or not, listen to this song and I guarantee you those heartstrings will be pulled right out of your chest. Between the fact that it's kept really simple on the piano, and then in the middle its dynamic range shows and it gets extremely passionate and powerful, and then mellows back out, I mean, it may as well be called crying, because that's what you'll be doing at the end of it. Alright, before I get to number 1, which I'm 90% sure most of you are going to be able to guess, I'm going to do a couple honorable mentions here. Holy Diver, as performed by Killswitch Engage. You're probably wondering, but Mike, why wasn't this on the list? I don't know if I could justify having more than one Dio song on this list, but not only that, We Rock f***ing rocks. While Killswitch Engage did an awesome job with this song, I mean, they really captured the heart and soul great, not to mention the vocal performance outstanding. Where this song is kind of just an iconic moment in metal, recaptured and paid tribute to, We Rock is the anthem of metalheads, and in a way is an anthem of humanity as told by a metalhead. And seeing all of these famous metal musicians get together and sing the anthem, it just takes the cake. Didn't want you guys to think I forgot about this one, because yes, this one is awesome, just did not quite make my list. Pretty much the entire album of Garage Incorporated by Metallica. One of the reasons why I didn't pick one song to put on this list is I don't know if I could have picked one song. They're all really good. Not to mention that one cover album was a huge influence on me musically and exposed me to a lot of bands I never even knew existed. And last but not least on the honorable mentions is Sounds of Silence by Disturbed. I think it goes without saying that this is extremely well done. I mean, just the fact that anytime you're out at the bar and some metalhead's like, oh no, dude, you gotta listen to this, and you're thinking to yourself, it's no big deal, I've only listened to it about 100 times from the last 100 people who told me about it. It's made a huge impact on people and truly shown people Disturbed's range, well, more specifically their singer. It didn't quite make the list because while the execution was excellent, I don't know that it was better than the original. Some of you guys out there, you would probably think so, and that's cool, just not in my list. But it absolutely deserves an honorable mention.
Number 1.
All on the Watchtower by Jimi Hendrix. Who would have guessed? Man, is definitely not the most overplayed version of any song ever. Sorry, there's not a more awesome number 1 to come to. I mean, everyone pretty much expected this, I'm sure. But, I mean, hey, it's a damn good song. And you want to talk about covers being better than the originals? This friggin' emblematic of it. When your cover song's been released for about 50 years and most people still think that you're the one that wrote it, you know you're doing something right. I'm not going to take up your time singing the praises of this song. Obviously, it's amazing. Jimi Hendrix is an awesome guitar player who showed people why he's awesome on this track. If you haven't listened to it, why are you on this channel? And if you'd like to hear the version of the song that I did, there'll be a link to that in the description below. So how many people did I just piss off? Let me know what you thought of my list down below. I'm 90% sure there's a lot of you who haven't heard the songs on this list, and I'd love to know what you think of them. Let me know if I missed any, because believe it or not, I have not heard every cover song in the world, but I'm always looking for awesome covers out there. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video.
Rock on!